So joining us now, we have psychotherapist Dr. Robi Ludwig and Dr. Lucky Seekon. She's a infertility specialist, OBGYN, board-certified reproductive endocrinologist. Do you like how I did that?
Good job.
I know, right? Okay, listen, we have like two of the smartest ladies in the building here. Can we actually just talk about
let's go. Let's go.
We were having
Continue
a
the
long,
conversation.
We were having a long
commercial.
conversation in the commercial break. Can we just pick up there? Yeah. When you're talking about infertility, because Dr. Seekon, you did just an incredible piece, frankly, on 60 Minutes, and you were talking about how people who freeze their eggs, it's not an insurance policy. What did you call it?
It's more like a head start because you can allow yourself to start with a larger pool of healthier eggs, which can make IVF more successful, but this is why it's never a guarantee because nobody has perfect eggs, even in your 20s, right? So you have to bake that into your equation of how many do you start with and how confident can we feel about what you froze.
I want to get into the real nitty-gritty of this, but Dr. Robi, let me bring you in first. Let's just set the baseline for how we can have these conversations in a way that is mentally healthy, emotionally healthy for all the parties involved.
I really like the idea, too, of starting early with education so that we tell women some of these important facts of what it's like to freeze your eggs, and there may be challenges and how those challenges get handled so that women don't feel so isolated. But when you are talking to your doctor, ask them for advice. Ask them to clarify things if you don't understand what the recommendations are. So you want to be a real advocate for yourself in getting the right information.
That's a perfect segue because, Morgan, if you're willing to kind of share what we were talking about.
Sure, I'm happy to because I think it was, Dr. Seekon, you mentioned the right equation. And like, I'm thinking of myself, I'm 37. I froze my eggs when I was 29. And was still walking around, thinking like, oh my God, I did the thing, so, you know, no worries here. But if I want to have another child, which I would like to, you know, someday, would I start with the eggs that I've frozen, or am I safe to try naturally like I conceived my first child?
I think it's completely reasonable to try on your own and to have the comfort and knowledge that you also did this preventative step and have these eggs in case you should run into any issues. Then, of course, we would use the younger eggs because that would make for a smoother path to success with IVF.
But would I have a healthier baby?
Not necessarily, no, because for women, reproductive age and time really affects the ability to get pregnant and stay pregnant. So the risk of miscarriage increases as we age. And it's actually paternal health at the extremes of age for men that's considered like over 45, especially, you know, men can father children into their 50s, 60s and beyond because they're always making new sperm. But that can increase their risk of having children with certain health problems. So
over 45.
Right. So age for women isn't really about the health of the future children as it is for men.
Oh, fascinating. David just turned 40, so you're good. You're good there, David.
Nice to be thinking ahead, thinking ahead.
Dr. Robi, can we talk a little bit about the best ways we can support our friends, our family, our loved ones who may be struggling with infertility?
I came across this saying that said, the biggest gift you can give anyone is to listen without judgment. And I think a lot of well-intentioned people will say, you know what, you can always adopt, or, you know, things that don't really acknowledge the grieving process and the self-esteem issues that go on for a person who's struggling. So basically lend your support. Say, how can I help you? How can I show up for you? And wait to listen to what, you know, the person has to say. Don't give unsolicited advice because you don't know where the person is at psychologically in their journey.
And just a reminder, like, we invite our viewers to have this conversation here with us, but you all are great resources on social media.
Yes,
on
absolutely.
Instagram. So please.
Perfect. That's great. Follow everybody. Dr. Robi Ludwig, Dr. Lucky Seekon, thank you both so much for this conversation.
Stay right here. You're watching NBC News Daily.